By the way, isn't that breeze nice? Do you feel the breeze? Because I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to speak to the manager. Call customer support. Call Maga customer support. Hi, welcome to Who Raised Y'all? My name is Reese Waters. Shout out to all of our subscribers and members here on the channel. This is where we highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make our society worse. You know, the kinds of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
I want to talk to the manager.
All right, Maga, come on down. Now, I've already given you the blow-by-blow of the tiff that initially erupted between Elon Musk and some of his sycophants, former sycophants on X, namely Laura Loomer. The elephant in the room is that Elon Musk, who is not MAGA and never has been, is a total effing drag on the Trump transition. He's a stage 5 clinger who overstayed his welcome at Mar-a-Lago in an effort to become Trump's side piece and be the point man for all of his accomplices in big tech to slither into Mar-a-Lago. Now, I would love to defend you against those allegations, Elon Musk, but did you not say that you spent Thanksgiving at Mar-a-Lago talking to Barron? Yeah. Even though you have more kids than NWA. Wasn't that you? Yeah. That's sounding stage 5 clingerish. I'm gonna be honest. That's sounding real stage 5 clingerish. And not to mention deadbeat. And then there was round 2 where Vivek Ramaswamy tried to jump in, and the reason top tech companies often hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers over Native Americans isn't because of an innate American IQ deficit, a lazy and wrong explanation. A key part of it comes down to the C word, culture. Tough questions demand tough answers, and if we're really serious about fixing the problem, we have to confront the truth. It went about as badly as any other black business that Vivek Ramaswamy has tried to jump in.
Is it American culture that's the problem?
Somebody got stuffed in a locker. I'm not going to say who.
This time she goes in, there's nothing wrong with American workers or American culture. All you have to do is look at the border and see how many want what we have. We should be investing and prioritizing in Americans, not foreign workers. And here comes Nick Fuentes off the racist ropes. I don't really care about the economy that much. I just don't want to live in a country that looks like India. Now, one of the things I didn't get around to highlighting in that last piece is just how rich it was to watch how little capacity MAGA has for hearing about, you know, their culture. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that fascinating just to be told that your culture is the problem? Not any of the tangible issues that you have with inequality or not giving opportunity. Oh no. It's your culture. What would be the equivalent to talking about black on black crime in Chicago? I was just waiting for Vivek to start talking about white on white crime in Wichita. Your problem is all that meth you got going on in Missouri. It's all that counterfeiting in Kentucky. Moonshine in Minnesota. Even Matt Gaetz took time away from Cameo to post, "We welcome the tech bros when they came running our way to avoid the 3rd grade teacher picking their kid's gender and the obvious Biden-Harris economic decline. We did not ask them to engineer an immigration policy." And that is something coming from Matt Gaetz. You know how much money it cost him to get off Cameo and type out that on X? I mean, that had to have cost him like $3 or $4. By the way, have we heard from Lauren Boebert? ever since her self-proclaimed best friend had his report leaked? Of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene has never seen a controversy she won't inject herself in. Good gracious, I came out of Christmas bliss to see arguments about American labor versus H-1B imported labor and Maga split over this issue. I wonder which way she'll go on this. She likes to proclaim herself a woman of the people. Good. That means everyone is engaged in saving this country. Here's some tough reality for you. There's some big MAGA voices with large social media platforms throwing down their opinions, yet they've never run a company that relies on thousands of skilled, highly trained workers with a constant need for reliable labor, yet they claim authority over the subject matter. When you spend years trying to constantly hire, train, maintain a good, reliable workforce, which is a 24/7 never-ending cycle, your real-world experience will produce an opinion based on reality, and all of your followers on X don't translate to this. That is fascinating. That is a whole lot of nuance when it comes to immigration that literally nobody had before the election. That is crazy. You know, she really has come so far in a month and change, because pre-election, they were just crime machines. You know, now, well, you know, when you run a business, and I'm sure she knows all about, that. She's seen how to run a business, given all that that merch that was moved after B6. Yeah, so she knows all about commerce. The other part of that, that seemed like you were talking about somebody specifically. Yeah, that sounded a little personal. A little Laura Loomer get back. And I'll be honest, if I was you, I would probably want some get back. Marjorie Taylor Greene is two-faced. She used to call me, begging me to write her one-liners that she could read in Congress about Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib. And now she's acting like a lefty, calling me racist over a funny joke. This is a woman who has no convictions. Like a hooker, she sells herself to the highest bidder. Her highest bidder, in her case, was Speaker McCarthy. Now she's irrelevant and she's lashing out because she's jealous. Why is Marjorie Taylor Greene working with Democrats to attack Trump allies 50 days out from the election? It's time for people to come to terms with the fact that this woman is not who she pretends to be. Marjorie Taylor Greene is the most miserable lying bee in Congress, and we need to inform more MAGA patriots of how treacherous this woman is. It was so obvious and transparent, even the architect of B6 herself had to call that out in Jasmine Crockett. Thank you for playing. Well, Elon Musk decided that wasn't enough drama for him. He decided that he wanted seconds. Posting, "The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H-1B. Notice he's saying the companies. It is the companies that made America strong. Yeah. I caught all of the wording in that tweet. It is the companies that made America strong. Especially Tesla and SpaceX, right? Take a big step back and F yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you can't possibly comprehend." Ooh, F yourself. That is, where have I seen that before?
Now, obviously, you know that there's a public perception that, and you're clarifying this now, but there's a public perception that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go fuck yourself.
But
go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Elon also clapped back more directly on his platform, restricting accounts and censoring like I haven't seen since Spice in the 90s. What, don't act like I'm the only one.
Like the far-right activist Laura Loomer, who has been bashing Musk for days now on this and is even accusing him of censoring her on his own platform. She is the anti-immigrant Trump ally who is now claiming that her blue checkmark was removed, her subscriptions were deactivated, her character limits for tweets and posts on X were limited for what she says is, quote, raising concerns and speaking the truth about the technocratic takeover of our country and the White House. Now, that was after she posted racist messages like this, saying our country was built by white Europeans, actually, not third world invaders from India.
Now, it is at this point I would like to highlight what a liability it becomes when you have gone so far down the road of permissiveness as Elon Musk has with regards to his platform, when you do in fact try and come down on anyone. It actually kind of reminds me of the Marjorie Taylor Greene, Laura Loomer situation talking about Harrison Floyd. If you recall, part of their tiff was when Laura Loomer accused Marjorie Taylor Greene of dropping ends on Harrison Floyd, which is a choice you can make when you have a back and forth. However, the thing that you've also communicated is that that wasn't something that you felt like was problematic enough for you to say anything at the time. You were perfectly fine with it and only see fit to bring it up now because Marjorie Taylor Greene stepped out of line and called you out. Fast forward to now. So Elon Musk, you sat and let all of this behavior, specifically from Laura Loomer. Let's talk about Laura Loomer. You sat there and let her say what she said about Sheila Jackson Lee. You sat here and let her say what she said about Joe Biden. You sat here and let her say what she said about Kamala Harris. You have let her be one of the most over-the-top racist and offensive trolls, to the point where she's the leader in the clubhouse for Troll of the Year. And you literally did nothing. But all of a sudden, she comes and starts talking about H-1B visas, and now she's restricted. See, the problem with that is when you have let all of that go, but this is what you have an issue with, all of a sudden your cosign of everything she did in the past becomes pretty apparent. Because if it was all about free speech and you just letting everybody say whatever it is that they want to say, well, then naturally this would be fine. But this is something that you actually object to, which means the other stuff has to fall in the category of stuff you riding with. And here's the point where I would like to highlight this fact for all of my black conservatives who out here wearing a red hat, waving the Elon Musk flag. This your man's? This your man's right here? And not just black conservatives. How about my black Tesla owners? Yeah, it was really that deep for you to have a Tesla. It was really that deep. You sold your whole entire soul to drive around in this. Oh, don't go nowhere, free speech advocates. No, don't go nowhere. No, come in. No, because this was your champion of free speech, right? This was your champion of free speech, right? I'm old enough to remember when somebody would give themselves a title, they wouldn't violate it so publicly and blatantly and immediately. I'm old enough to remember when people would give themselves a title, they would hide their loud violation of all the ideals of said title. Not 2024. And no, Elon wasn't done. He went back in saying that those contemptible fools must be removed from the Republican Party, root and stem. The contemptible fools I'm referring to are those in the Republican Party who are hateful, unrepentant racists. They will absolutely be the downfall of the Republican Party if they are not removed. I ain't seen gaslighting like this since I stopped watching Cheaters.
Horace, have you been faithful to this woman?
Well, she know I haven't been faithful.
This man done enabled the worst racism on the internet on his platform. actually reinstated it. Not just enabled it, he reinstated it. Like if you were to go and take your car back to the shop, like if you would go back to Tesla and say, I need a little bit more power. What is it can you put? Can you put a little bit more power underneath the hood? This man went and took X to the shop. I need a little bit more racism. You inject a little bit more racism in the algorithm. Yeah. Can you do that for me? This man went and had it reinstalled on his platform like a new operating system, and now wants to turn around and call them contemptible fools and damn the racism in the Republican Party.
Why?
Because it's threatening his pockets. Not any kind of personal affront. You know, it'd be one thing if he was just taking a stand. No, to protect his ability to bring in cheap labor. That is when he decides to take a stand on racism. And once again, as was the case with the censorship on the platform, the why is just as damning as the act itself. It's not that I have such a problem with racism, because clearly I don't. But I'm not above turning around and calling you that to make a couple dollars. I am not. That's who you're dealing with. That's who you empowered. Let's keep this party going. So basically, the right split in two factions, tech right and right. And the tech right is like, hey, we need H-1B visa people to do the jobs. And the right was like, no, you need to hire Americans. And the tech right is like, but you got, wow. He went with the whole, wow. He went with the R word. Well, surely Elon Musk is not. He can't co-sign that. And the right is like, well, you don't train us. And the tech right is like, you can't out-train. He went with two R's. Well, I mean, you can be racist on the platform, but you can't go with the R word. And while all this was going on, we learned some people really don't like Indians. Yeah, Elon Musk can't, huh? Oh, he commented? That pretty much sums it up. That was eye-opening. That's y'all's man's. That's y'all's man's. That's what he called y'all. Y'all got kettle corn over there? Okay, because I'm almost out of this popcorn watching this one. I want some kettle corn because this thing got sweet. This thing got sweet. Now to that last part, he learned some people really don't like Indians. Well, I don't know why you would have learned that, given the anti-brownness, the anti-coloration, which was flagrant all throughout, certainly 2024, but I would say the last 10 years. Post-Obama, all of a sudden, we got hostile towards colors, like they were bleeding in the laundry. Now, Elon Musk's latest offensive did not go unchecked, by the way. Something I did not know, actually, is that Steve Bannon been on his neck for a minute.
New Orleans folks can pronounce Chapatolis, but can't pronounce Farrell, Earl, Burrell, Ernst, Sink, or Corner. Did it perfectly. Oh, my bad. Sorry, that's wrong. That's the wrong video. That was from my Instagram story. Y'all should follow me though at Reese Waters. Nah, here's Steve Bannon.
I think until Elon Musk starts letting back on the true anti-CCP people that he keeps blocked off there, myself included, not that I want to go on there. Oh yeah, no. He's owned by the Chinese Communist Party. What are you talking about? Tesla, his only thing of real value is Tesla. He uses it for margin loans. He sells the stock. The Shanghai joint venture is 100% controlled by the CCP. This is why he never goes after the CCP. This is why he always backs off. This is when they had the protest. They had the protest about the lockdowns of COVID. He will not do it. Elon Musk is a total and complete phony.
Elon Musk, and by the way, when we cut him off, he went begging the CCP, and that's why they have the joint venture in Shanghai, the Tesla, which is 100% of his value, right? The This guy lives on government contracts and taxpayer subsidies. Okay, it's all. We're going to get Joe Allen in here for a second to transform it. Elon Musk, once again, brother. I'm smart enough to tell you no to your face, and I'm evil enough to be able to expose you as a running dog for the greatest enemy this nation's ever had. You are a war profiteer. You're sleeping with the enemy, brother, and you've been doing it because you're not an American nationalist. You're not even an American.
Kind of reminds me of that meme about name something that's praised when you're rich, but denounce when you're poor. Getting money from the government. How about that? Yeah, we get money from the government. Oh, we ghetto. We got no class and we are lazy. Why don't you pull yourself up by your bootstraps? But when you rely on government contracts, yeah, when you need our collective taxes in order to keep the lungs of your business afloat, then it's all good. I would also add to that list of things that are praised when you're rich, but denounce when you're poor. Being into wine.
This whole thing about, oh, we want to get all this and they're only geniuses, that's H-1B visas. That's not what it's about. It's about taking American jobs and bringing over essentially what become indentured servants at lower wages. Like I told those guys, remember, hey, if you got an Einstein every 25 years, come to us. Maybe we can make an exception for Einstein. Maybe, if it's proven. The whole thing's a scam. This thing's a scam by the oligarchs in Silicon Valley to basically take jobs from American citizens, give them to what become indentured servants from foreign countries, and then pay them less. Simple. To let them into through the golden door.
That's right. He echoed the exact same sentiment as Ann Coulter, saying exactly what it is and exactly why he's going to these lengths in order to preserve his employees. This is the one that really got me, though. This man went and posted, the point was not to replace DEI, which is one form of racism/sexism, with a different form of racism/sexism, but rather to be a meritocratic society. This man done looked MAGA right in the eye. He looked MAGA right in the eye and said hiring y'all would be He called y'all DEI. He called y'all DEI.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
This was supposed to be an America First, Make America Great Again movement. And they were very specific about their vision of who America was and the kind of culture that they wanted to preserve. He went and amplified all the voices that advocated for that, no matter how ignorant they might have been in making their point. That this is America first and we are trying to preserve our way of life and our culture. Only to turn around and say he needs the freedom to hire outside of the country because to do anything else would be DEI. I hate to tell you this, MAGA, y'all done got set up. Y'all done got set up. And you know what? I have a hard time feeling sorry for you because I don't understand why it wasn't apparent that this was going to happen. Let me ask you. So how do you characterize Trump? Right? Trump's a billionaire, right? Trump, because nobody has a higher opinion of Trump and his finances than y'all do. So let's go with y'all's perception of Trump. So yeah, Trump's this billionaire, real estate magnate, everything he touches turn to gold. We don't hold him responsible for Trump steaks or chitlins. I know. Like so you got Trump, then you got the richest man in the world behind him. Then you have JD Vance, who has been propped up by tech bros in Silicon Valley throughout his entire journey into politics. Those are the people that you were expecting to come and advocate for you? For Central Ohio? Huh? For Western Kentucky? They were the ones. Like they were the ones that were supposed to come and rescue Iowa. Like that was what y'all thought? Wrong. That makes less sense than investing in crypto with Hawk Tua. I can't feel sorry for you, Maga. What was you thinking? On the one hand, it's funny. On the one hand, it's funny, and I want to laugh, but I'm also mad because I'm like, why was the last 6 weeks necessary for you to put this together? And by the way, y'all know exactly who's responsible. I don't know who y'all gonna hold responsible, but y'all know exactly who's responsible, which actually puts some of y'all in a bit of a weird position. But in case you didn't know exactly where the chips fell with this, we got this. President-elect Trump told the Post Saturday he supports immigration visas for highly skilled workers, appearing to side with Elon Musk in the intra-Maga debate on the issue. I've always liked the visas. I've always been in favor of the visas. That's why we have them. I have many H-1B visas on my properties. I've been a believer in H-1B. I've used it many times. It's a great program. Now that was from Trump himself, who, by the way, restricted access to foreign worker visas in his first administration and has been critical of the program in the past. Exactly how critical?
The H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it. Very, very bad for workers.
Right now, widespread abuse in our immigration system is allowing American workers of all backgrounds to be replaced by workers brought in from other countries to fill the same job for sometimes less pay.
Well, he pledged to end the H-1B program in 2016, saying the H-1B program is neither high-skilled nor immigration. These are temporary foreign workers imported from abroad for the explicit purpose of substituting for American workers at lower pay. He added he was totally committed to eliminating the rampant, widespread H-1B abuse. Late in his first term, his administration moved to tighten rules around eligible jobs and wages, though the program largely remained intact otherwise. Oops. So what you mean to tell me is the man had this long-standing opposition to H-1B. Now it's magically something that he's in favor of and uses in all his properties? Yeah, y'all gonna have to speak to the manager. I'm sorry, Maga, y'all gonna have to speak to the managers. Yeah, y'all get, and as a matter of fact, I would ask to speak to whoever's in charge. I would go straight to the head office with that one. Yeah, I would go straight to the head office. Call customer support. Call Maga customer support, because this is unacceptable. Now, what do the Laura Loomers of the world do now? They've been so nasty and hateful to just about everybody. Ain't no way back. She not coming this way. I would sooner listen to a Black History lecture from Candace Owens than be in cahoots with Laura Loomer and let her into our coalition. That ain't happening, and she knows it. So she ain't got no way back. Now she is all the way down the river, done bought this bill of goods, and now she sees exactly what it is. She opened up her bag when she got home. It was nothing but a bag of oregano and a couple of H-1Bs. You love to see it.
Are we gonna do it? I never thought that I was leave my face. No, I never thought that I was leave my face. We bonded over bigotry, but they weren't supposed to turn on me. No, I never thought that I was leave my face.